Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. The first round of the Ace Championship is about to begin. It looks like a great day out there. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group, John McCarthy on the course as well. Rich, it's a huge day for our featured player. This is their first taste of the PGA Tour. Think back to your first time on tour. What were you thinking on the first tee?
I was trying not to think about anything because every fiber in my body was racing 1,000 miles per hour. It was overwhelming. It was exciting. It was nerves. It was, I think, every emotion that you can possibly have going through your body at one moment in time was there. But at the end of the day, you're here. You're playing on the PGA Tour. There's nothing better.
Let's go out to the first hole. A lot to like about that one. Time for the second shot on the first hole. All right, we can work with that. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
How did that not go in? Hitting 4. This is a good stroke. This putt still tracking nicely. And now a tap in for bogey. Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Yeah, you miss those bunkers on the right-hand side and put yourself in good position down the fairway. Now you got a decision to make. Do I go for it or do I bail out to the left-hand side and give myself a really good opportunity to get it up and down? This green can be really difficult to find. It's got a lot of undulation to it and a lot of water. However, you get the second shot right, and all of a sudden that third shot becomes a lot easier, and birdies are easy to come by.
That's a pretty good shot right there.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. Staring down a very long putt here. Come on. Let's see if the player can manage a par. We have a par 3 here.
It doesn't have a lot of length to it, but it's also a green that's not super deep. You do have the bunker in the front, but anytime you miss it long and or left, you got a really difficult pitch shot as that green tilts from back to front. But still, it's a pretty straightforward par 3. Not too much danger to it.
Pulling hybrid out of the bag. Okay, that's going to play. This one from a long ways away. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
So close. 8 feet left to the cup. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here on 4.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
Let's see how aggressive it becomes out of the sand. The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Needs this putt to save par. That is called limiting the damage. What a great job.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Joel Damon is our current leader as we move on to the next hole. The fifth at TPC Boston, the most important shot, probably the first one.
Yes, you have to find the fairway here, and it's sometimes not driver. There is a run out and the fairway, but from there, you got a pretty easy, straightforward second shot to a long, narrow green, just that one deep bunker on the left-hand side that could cause some issues.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. And a chance for a spot in the top 20 on the leaderboard. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The sixth hole at TPC Boston, not too dissimilar to 5. You've really got to position your tee ball.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with the 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
From around 170 yards here. Going with the 7. Needs this to kick a bit left. And he's safely on the green. This is what remains to get into 7th on the leaderboard. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
It's pretty handy here. That one's got some intent. Oh, so close. And in it goes. Our leader has built a 3-shot buffer here as we head over to the next.
We make our way to the par 5 7th hole.
For those that find the fairway, missing that fairway bunker in the middle layup zone wise, not a problem. If you hit in the rough, we got issues now. Put yourself in position for your third with a good third shot. You can control the spin to a green that sits up above you just slightly. Still a wonderful birdie opportunity, even if you can't reach it in 2.
This one will be out of the light rough. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag. Yeah, oh no, this one's left.
That's a tough one to swallow.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Time now for the 4th shot. I just love watching those pitch shots around the green. Well played.
Great touch.
4 feet left to the hole.
Gotta try and save the par here.
Here's a quick look at how things stand. It's a 3-shot advantage for our leader. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
A look at the lie in the greenside rough. Let's see if the player can make this putt for par.
Putt is underway.
He'll write a par on the scorecard. As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader. Now to the finishing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 4.
This is a really cool tee shot here. Take it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself with a longer second shot, but it's a better angle. But you take it down the left-hand side, maybe carry those bunkers. Now you've got a shortish club. In front of this green, though, everything will run onto the green. So a pin up front, you don't necessarily want to land it on the green as much as you do want to leave it just short of it.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This is a big old left-to-righter.
Looking good.
This is looking better and better. Will it go? Yes!
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Here's a look at the way things stand. He is in a tie for 9th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
This looks like a really strong tee shot. Sitting at 1 under.
Going for less club here.
Amazing approach into the 10th and a birdie putt on the way. 5 feet remains.
Looking for another birdie here.
And he improves his score to 2 under par for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Going with the 5-wood. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. "13 feet to the hole."
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's a little tricky to see. It's not a straight putt. There is a bit of right-hand movement at the end.
That limits the damage. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. The 12th at TPC Boston really got improved with the reworking by Gil Hans, didn't it?
It did. Fairway bunker down the left-hand side off the tee could come into play if the breeze is into you. However, downwind, you have an end of fairway that you got to be mindful of. And the second shot goes straight downhill to a green that canters from left to right.
He's setting up for his second shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Opting for the 5-wood. Looks like this one's bunker bound. Sitting at 1 under the card. Now it's time to get the putter out. That's safely on the surface. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Oh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Before we move over to the next, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And it's Joel Damon occupying top spot. Not quite the shot he was wanting. Second shot here on the 13th. I'd be booking in for some lessons if I was swinging it like that. That's in the sand. And from the greenside rough here. This is a bogey putt coming up. Currently at +1 for the tournament. The 14th at TPC Boston is a dogleg right to left, downhill. The tee shot is your paramount position.
This is a massive fairway on an extremely long par 4. Tee it high and give her all you got. Second shot downhill just a little bit. Big danger here is when they put the flag on the right-hand side. That can really hurt you.
Lining up from about 230 yards here. Unfortunately, that's going to end up in a tricky spot. Coming off 3 straight bogeys. Needs to shake that off here. Sitting at +1. Oh, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
It looks like this one will turn a bit to the left.
So close. This is a triple bogey attempt here. And after that, he'll drop to 4 over par for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's got some bunkering down the left-hand side that you got to avoid. Be mindful of that. So driver may not be the play off the tee. You find the fairway, you got just a short iron second shot to a green that's pretty receptive. You should be thinking birdie from the middle of the fairway.
That was really well played. And this putt has a length of 8 feet.
A great birdie chance here.
Too much power on that stroke. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy. Don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
Not a bad shot right there. This one would be from downtown. That's a pretty good effort. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. A par 4 here.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman, the base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
Sometimes you got to take your medicine. This is the third. Sometimes you've got a red light, a yellow light, or a green light. That was a yellow light. John, give us a read on this putt.
Well, this putt is going to go down the hill, take a turn to the right. Let's see what happens.
Oh. Here's a bogey putt. All right, that one is behind us. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Now to 18, a par 5.
Oh, this is a great par 5. You got a little speed slot down the left-hand side. Carry those bunkers, and all of a sudden, that golf ball is going to go chasing down the fairway. From there, though, you got to be mindful. You got a massive ravine fronting this green. And this green, you do have room to miss it on the left-hand side, but it's not a very easy up and down. A great finishing hole that you can make 3 on easily. 6s as well.
This is a 3-wood. This one could end up on the beach. The ball in the green side bunker. Four feet remains. He finishes with birdie on 18. Rich, a long day, 18 holes in the books. It was great to be alongside you.
Cheers, my friend.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round 2 of the Ace Championship is about to begin. Hi again, everyone. Andrew Catalan here. Glad to have you back with us. Let's get this rolling. Our leader is at 9 under par.
Looks like it's heading to the first cut, maybe? Hang on. It looks so good for so long, but now it's first cut.
On the green, that's always mission number 1. Setting up here with a long putt. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
It's going to go uphill and to the left. Let's see what happens.
Opportunity here and a good-looking putt. This has my attention, and it goes in. Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Players want to take out any club, driver, 3 wood, whatever it takes to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in 2. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie 4s are always a good score in this hole, and you're never disappointed with a 5.
That one is not on a good line, headed toward the rough. Time now for the third.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
Oh, yep, this is left.
That one will not settle on the green.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Those are the shots you practice over and over at the range. The tee shot at 3.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least. Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. Henny, tell us about this putt.
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole.
And an outside chance here.
Tracking nicely. This one is going to go. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Par 4 measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
Now from the green side bunker. Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. Okay, now looking at this putt to save par. He gets that one to drop.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader.
Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
This shot from around the 200-yard marker.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left. That's inside the house of opportunity. This is a lengthy putt here.
He's done a nice job there.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And with that effort, our 3 over for the tournament. Setting up now on a par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
From around 180 yards out. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And he's down there. You got a read?
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
Looking good.
That is a great birdie putt.
This player is putting for fun.
Sitting at a couple over for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
That's a tough one to swallow. That's a really nice shot. And Rich, this is a similar spot to yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
I think this one will be in the sand. Here's the 4th shot. This putt from 5 feet. As we head to the next hole, our leader has a 2-shot advantage. Over to number 8, it's a par 3.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3 to say the least.
This is a hybrid. That's a missed green. Henny, you've got a good look at it. How bad is this one?
I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting this one out of the bunker, Andrew. It's pretty deep.
All right, going to need this one to save par.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
Getting better.
No, cannot.
Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4.
This is a really good driving hole. Only the longest in the game are to carry the bunkers down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right-hand side. You can leave yourself a little bit longer second shot than maybe you'd like, but this is a very inviting green. This is a really good birdie opportunity to finish off the front 9. This one headed left in a hurry.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. Here's a par putt. Let's check in with Henny.
This is a 12-footer here.
Nicely done with the putter. Getting set for the next hole, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. Look at that drive. He got all of it. All right, the putter can come out now. This putt is from way out there.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Wow. And 10 feet left.
On a nice line.
That putt goes in for par. He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole.
Teeing off now at the 11th hole.
The good thing about this hole is it's long in length, but it's got a massive green that doesn't have a lot of movement. What it does have is from left to right and a little bit from back to front. A generous green on a long par 3. Great design.
Going with the 5-wood. He's found the surface. Good chance here. Now lining up this putt. Still some meat on the bone. John, what's the line on this putt?
Well, it's looking like this one's got to break pretty hard to the right.
That one's going to turn out pretty well, I think.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Sitting at 3 over for the event. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole.
This fairway does run out there at the very end, but only for the longest hitters in the game. Second shot downhill to a greens protected by a bunker, front right, but a runoff area also on the left-hand side of the green.
Standing over his second shot. Well struck. 13 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie.
This one's tracking. Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. Sitting at 2 over for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
A blindish tee shot here for these players. You want to keep it down the left-hand side as best possible. That way it opens up the angle into the green, but you also get a better look at this green that is surrounded, jam-packed by 5 really deep bunkers.
This one's left of the green.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Well, that's step 1 complete. Out of the sand, but now faced with a very big putt. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Pretty sure this putt should move to the left.
That's a nice looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up. Putting for bogey here. And he'll drop to 3 over for the event. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
Nothing out there except for fairway, fairway, and more fairway. Tee it high, let it fly, because this hole is long. Second shot will play about a half a club downhill to a green that chases away from you ever so slightly. Be wary of that right hand pin position. That can be mean.
This shot here near the 200-yard marker.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Going with less club.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Lining this one out from a fair ways. Oh, that's well judged. He had the right speed there. Easy 2-putt. Par putt coming up here. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Currently at +3 for the event.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
Yeah, some bunkers on the left-hand side that you got to be mindful of. Driver not necessarily needs to come out of the bag. Just find the fairway. From there, just a short iron. Back uphill ever so slightly to a green that's got all kinds of undulations to it. Good opportunity for a birdie.
Let's see what the featured player can do from about 160 out.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
I think this could be a slight miscalculation.
That's a good one to build momentum on. All right, let's see if all that practice on the putting green pays off here. That was close. A 3-footer coming up.
This is no gimme, guys. There's a lot of right to left here still.
Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader. Okay, it's a par 3.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
This is a 5-iron. Still not putting. Here's the second at 16. This is his third. Three feet to the cup.
This will be a good bogey.
As we check out how things stand, our leader has a 6-shot cushion. The tee shot at 17.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
That's definitely left of the green.
Not a green in regulation. That's a tough one.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
"11 feet to the hole." Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left to righter.
Looks good.
You could hear that one drop. What a putt. The 18th and final hole is a par 5.
A speed slot down the left-hand side. Go ahead and try and find that one from there. You're going to have just a long iron, maybe a hybrid for your second shot. Got to be mindful of that ravine short of the green. You initially want to bail out to the left-hand side, but the further left you go, the harder that chip shot becomes.
Setting up in the first cut.
Birdied this hole yesterday, but totally different circumstances today.
Ooh, that was a thick lie. Setting up in the greenside rough. Well, an opportunity here to get on the projected cut line. His second round is complete, and he's right on the cut line. We'll have to see what the rest of the players still on the course do coming in. So the round is in the books. Rich, great to be alongside you.
Yeah, great day out there of golf. Looking forward to some of it tomorrow.
Well, that'll do it for us today. For our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and we'll see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our coverage of the Ace Championship continues as we get into our third round of action. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Welcome back. We're anticipating another thrilling day of action. We're going to bring it all to you right here on 2K Sports. Second shot here at 1. Well, he misses the green. That's a tough one to swallow.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
That's really a beautiful chip shot. The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
Nice, solid opening hole right there.
Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Players looking to make 4 here, but never disappointed with a par 5.
Okay, that'll play. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. On the green, but a long way away.
Giving this one plenty of space on the left.
All right, not bad from there.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Teeing off here on the third.
Just one bunker surrounds the screen. A difficult par 3 to say the least.
Pulling hybrid out of the bag. All right, we can work with that. And a very long putt remains. This one starting left. Yes, he makes the long putt. We need to see that again. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
Driving the green on a par 4. That is special. And now a look for eagle.
That a way to stay aggressive. Great play.
Man, that was close. An opportunity to make birdie. He improves to 1 over par for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Not a bad line, this one. His second shot here. Good shot there. 15 feet to the cup.
This is for birdie.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've got it going left to right.
Ooh. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Sitting at 1 over for the event. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with a 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one. This one is heading towards the nasty stuff.
Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be.
He's going to have to go down after this one, try and dig it out as best he can and hope for the best.
This is missing to the right.
A bit wild on approach there. Setting up to play the shot here from the green side rough. This one's for bogey. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet. And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament.
Time now for a par 5, the 7th.
This is a big hitter's delight right here. They can take those bunkers down the left out of play, and they can carry these fairway bunkers easily. And from here, it actually chases forward from the fairway downhill a little bit to a long, narrow green. Again, for the big hitters, this is easily reachable. For the shorter hitters, you got to have a plan.
This is big trouble.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Out of the sand. He needs this one to save par. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
And that one won't find the green. Looking to get up and down from here. A par putt coming up. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Ninth hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Let's go down to Henny.
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Okay, that's going to play. Okay, we measured, it's 19 feet to the cup.
Okay, good start at the junction. It's going to indicate right.
All right, here we are with a par opportunity. That one drops. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
Driver not really necessary on this shortish par 4. Just a 3-wood for position. Second shot goes to a green that runs diagonal of the players. There is a couple of really good and tough pin placements that are back left. Don't stop now. Keep on.
That is a fantastic shot. A near tap in.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Sitting at 2 over par. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
An all-important putt for par.
Our leader is currently enjoying an 8-shot advantage. The 12th hole is a par 4.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
It's a big one. 240 yards left.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there. Big par saver coming up for this fella.
Starting it way outside the hole.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Sitting at 3 over for the event. The 13th hole is a par 4.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not as similar results as yesterday. This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Setting this putt up from a mile away. That's disappointing. A par putt on the table. And down it goes. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Let's begin the 14th.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
This is his second shot.
This one headed out to the left.
It's a little wayward. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. He has this putt to save his par. Currently at +3 for the event.
This hole is a par 4.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
Wow, he's going to like that one. Time for the second shot here at 15.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Wow, you gotta love that shot here at 15, and a birdie chance is on the way. Another birdie. That's the 4th of the day. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. Here's the par 3 16th hole.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Wow, what a swing. The club choice is a 6-iron. That will definitely work. All right, this is tough, but makeable. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
Ooh, that was close. A chance here for par. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
That's going to work nicely for him. That's a great position to be in after that approach. 9 feet to the cup.
Little birdie look in here. Starting this one way out to the left. Watch this break.
Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. We close out the back 9 with a par 5.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
That was right on target.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Three wood on the way. Coming out of the thick stuff.
Not quite going to be as easy to birdie this one today as it was yesterday.
Ooh, that was unfortunate to say the least. Look how high that grass is. This one greenside in the rough. "16 feet to the cup."
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
This putt's going up the hill. I think it's going to turn left to right.
That was on a pretty good line, but does not get to the hole. And to tap in to close out the day. Round 3 is in the books. Rich, it was another fun day in the booth.
Ooh, everything is shaping up nicely, innocent for a fun-filled final round.
Well, that's it for today. On behalf of Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire crew here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long. We'll see you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time to find out who will win the ACE Championship. Hi again, everyone. Andrew Catalon here. Pleased to have you with us today. You can really feel the energy on the grounds today. Someone is going to take it low. All the thrilling action is right here on 2K Sports. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
Oh, the breeze has just got up. You see where the flags are flickering, and it's straight back up into this player.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. This putt is 14 feet away. Playing a lot of break to the left. I'm not sure what he saw on that one.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
An opportunity here with a par 5.
Yeah, you miss those bunkers on the right-hand side and put yourself in good position down the fairway. Now you got a decision to make. Do I go for it or do I bail out to the left-hand side and give myself a really good opportunity to get it up and down? This green can be really difficult to find. It's got a lot of undulation to it and a lot of water. However, you get the second shot right, and all of a sudden that third shot becomes a lot easier, and birdies are easy to come by.
I bet you there's a lot of balls in that water. This is his 4th.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
On the green, that's always mission number 1. Henny, how challenging is this putt?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Right on line, but just misses. All right, bogey putt. The tee shot at 3.
A split green here. It is difficult to make birdie 2s, but par 3s should be had.
Not a bad shot right there. 17 feet away from the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Now starting to turn right. 3 feet left. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. And we're on the tee of the par 4 4th hole.
Par 4 measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
That was such a pure swing. Let's see what happens out of this greenside bunker. Big opportunity here, a putt for birdie. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
Wow, that hole could have been ugly, but a great job with the putter.
That a way to grind it out in the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Well, this is what you call an underdog. But the PGA Tour, we've seen plenty of those underdogs get up and win. Do you think this player's got what it takes?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
This one looks like it's come out a little soft out of that fairway bunker. Probably won't reach the green. And from the bunker here. And he's got it onto the green, but still outside the range. Bit of work left to do. And he needs this to save par. Just 3 feet to the cup. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
That should set up another chance. And he's down there. You got to read.
From the get-go, this is a big left-to-right breaker.
Ooh. And this putt coming up for his par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
We make our way to the par 5 7th hole.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
That is deep, deep rough.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
Not a bad result right there. Here's the 3rd shot.
Downwind on this shot.
Look out left. That was such a skillful shot, taking the bunker out of play, now safely on the green.
This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. This putt on a good line. Oh, I thought that was going down. The par putt. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
Big shot out of the green side bunker. This putt is from 10 feet.
Nice little par putt here.
A bumpy start through this hole, but what a way to finish.
And a nice, tidy save from the green side bunker. Nice par.
Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
This is a really cool tee shot here. Take it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself with a longer second shot, but it's a better angle. But you take it down the left-hand side, maybe carry those bunkers. Now you've got a shortish club. In front of this green, though, everything will run onto the green. So a pin up front, you don't necessarily want to land it on the green as much as you do want to leave it just short of it.
That was solid contact with the tree. This is dicey, to say the least. This is a 3-wood. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Setting up from about 100 yards.
All right, the putter can come out now. Staring down a very long putt here.
Starts off looking good.
That's a pretty good putt from there. Okay, we're done with that hole. And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. And now teeing off on this par 4.
The driver not necessarily. See a lot of players taking long iron, maybe even a fairway metal. Second shot goes to a green that runs from front right to back left. Back left is the most difficult of all the pin positions on this par 4.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course. Let's go down to Henny.
He's setting up here from about 115 yards. Fought against the wind to stick that one.
9 feet remain.
This one's tracking.
And the birdie putt drops. He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole.
On the tee of the par 3 11th.
The good thing about this hole is it's long in length, but it's got a massive green that doesn't have a lot of movement. What it does have is from left to right and a little bit from back to front. A generous green on a long par 3. Great design.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. Well, that's a handy shot. Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Well, this one looks like it's going to break a long way.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
Gotta say, just some of the best rhythm in the game.
This is his second shot.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Oh, that was left all the way off the club. That one's just going to catch the light rough. This would be a great up and down from this spot. This putt for par here. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in 2, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3.
Might not have enough out of the rough on this one.
This would be a great up and down. "12 feet to the cup coming up. This one looks to be a big bender. Putting for bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
A long par 4 this hole.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
Pretty good shot there.
Time for the second shot at the 14th.
Nicely done.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. John, have you got a read on this one?
It appears it'll go uphill and to the right.
Ooh. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This for par.
Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
Wow, you gotta love that shot here at 15, and a birdie chance is on the way.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. We have a par 3 on this one.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
Well, took a chance, but it doesn't pay off, and now it's wet. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
And from about 105 yards, got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Sometimes you've got a red light, a yellow light, or a green light. That was a yellow light. This one is 13 feet out.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Ooh, what a putt. And after that hole, he is slipping in the standings. Now to 17, a par 4.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman, the base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature. This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. We've got 18 feet to the cup.
This one starting out way out to the right.
Well, a par would look really good on the scorecard right now. The 18th hole is a par 5.
Oh, this is a great par 5. You got a little speed slot down the left-hand side, carry those bunkers, and all of a sudden that golf ball is going to go chasing down the fairway. From there, though, you got to be mindful. You got a massive ravine fronting this green. And this green, you do have room to miss it on the left-hand side, but it's not a very easy up and down. A great finishing hole that you can make 3 on easily, 6s as well.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
Target practice with these approach shots, just like that. 8 feet remain. That is all for today. Well, sometimes you don't have your best stuff, and that appeared to be the case today.
They had no stuff out there. They were searching all day long, came up with nothing. Hopefully a better day tomorrow.
Just a phenomenal day. We can't wait to do it again. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for watching.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time for the opening round action of the Bluff Championship right now. Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. It's great to have your company as always. Alongside me is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy will be following all the action. Can't you feel the energy surrounding this championship? So much history, so many great champions. Let's see how this one plays out. We head down to the first tee now, and as we take a closer look at our featured player, the word is that this rookie has been able to develop a rivalry with someone on tour. Henny Koyak is our person on the ground and has more intel. What can you tell us, Henny?
I am astounded that this featured player wants to take down none other than Tom Kim. He is one of the bright young stars on tour, big bubbly personality, but the talent is top tier. And, well, there is no better way to build your confidence than if you can possibly take down Tom Kim.
Oh, we always love to get the gossip on the ins and outs of players and their rivalries. Henny, thanks for that information. We'll be keeping an eye on this one closely. He's standing over his third shot.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Just a short putt remaining here. The second hole at Central Otago is a delightful par 5, Rich.
It is. Just a couple of trees sprinkling this fairway, both left and right. Again, wide open, driver, let it loose. Difficulty here is the approach shot as the green sits above the player and has a pretty substantial runoff on the left-hand side. Trying to avoid that, bail it out to the right-hand side, and again, lean on your wedges, your short game to get it up and down for birdie.
Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. Okay, John, what's he looking at with?
Well, I think he's got about 29 feet or so.
That's a nice putt. He'll take that. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Rich, the third's a great little short four where the premium is on accuracy.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So layup short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
Great looking shot this.
Tom Kim watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Currently 1 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Opting for the 5-iron. Lovely effort that. This putt from around 18 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, what a putt. And that'll move him to 2 under par. He's currently tied for 12th in this tournament. Rich, how good is it the PGA Tour has gone to venues like this? This 5th hole, a strong par 4.
It is. This is an amazing hole. Rock outcroppings both left and right off the tee from there. And just a pencil-like green in the distance. You've got a lot of danger out to the right-hand side. If you make 4 here, you're pleased.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Oh, wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie at the 5th. Setting up now, this one from a fairway out. Let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
That's disappointing.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
The 6th hole is yet another strong par 4, Rich.
Yes, just that lone bunker down the right-hand side can only usually be reached when the hole is playing directly downwind. So anything shy of that is good off the tee. The second shot here, we've got a multitude of rock outcroppings there on the left-hand side, protecting any wayward shots. Bailing out to the right is the play.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Looking good. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And now moves him inside the top 10 on the leaderboard. Great stuff. The 7th hole at Central Otago gives the player a decision off the tee, Rich.
This is really cool. It's framed by a rock outcropping right in the heart of the fairway. I tell you what, I'm taking driver out here every single day. Downwind, I can fly it back into the wind. I need driver just to get to it. From there, again, a long green surrounded by humps and hollows. Such a fun hole.
And this shot from about 150 yards out. 5 shots off the lead. This one's heading left, I think. That's disappointing.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
A few shots under par at the moment. Big putt for par coming up. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Now 5 strokes behind. The 8th hole is a strong par 3 here at Central Otago.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back to onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
Now, great rhythm on that swing. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. He's setting up for his second shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
This is important. Big par putt here.
It's just about 3 feet away. And that puddle drop. Well done. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. This 9th hole at Central Otago, Rich, is a strong way to finish the outward 9.
Plenty of room down the left-hand side to find the fairway with your tee shot, and from there it should be go zone. But when you look at this green, it's got runoffs in all directions around it. If you've got any little demons running around in your head telling you that you can't chip it very good, you're not going to like this green.
Rich, what a real thrill to be on the South Island of New Zealand. It's the Central Otago Golf Course, which is one of those just old world gems that really modern architecture doesn't do anymore.
No, absolutely not. I mean, to me, there's a couple of things that stand out. One, it looks and feels like you're playing on the moon with the landscape, except for there's grass and gravity involved. You know, this golf course, Luke, was built by Mother Nature thousands and thousands of years ago. The architect just came in and took away some of the trees, created a couple of flat areas, and started planting grass, and this is what you got. This is the most raw, basic course design you're ever going to see. And to be fair, Luke, I absolutely love it. There's nothing manufactured about it. This was here. We just get to enjoy it.
It's such a clever design, isn't it? It's a golf course that you're never going to overpower. If the wind is up, look out. But the reality is you're going to use every club in your bag, and that's what a terrific round of golf will do. It'll test every facet of your game. And he's down there. You got a read?
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
Ooh. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. So, as we head into the back 9, Rich, what are your thoughts on this player?
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
That's an awful error. Time for the second shot at the 10th.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
This would be a great up and down. Putting for birdie here. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This putt is about 8 feet.
Trying to save a par here.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 11th is the longest hole at Central Otago, measuring 593 yards.
This is a whopper of a par 5. Only the longest in the game are going to get there in 2. Tree on the right-hand side. That's a great aiming point. For the layup, you're going to have to be mindful of some rocks short of the green. And then the third shot from there, better watch your spin. Anything coming up short right is going to fall well shy of the green.
This would be a good putt to make to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he moves to 1 under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Well, the 12th hole at Central Otago is a short par 4. Is it gettable?
It most definitely is. This is a tasty morsel of a little hole right here. If you can't reach it on your tee shot, anything out to the right-hand side is going to set up a very basic wedge shot. The green runs from left to right, right into the heart of it. This is a definite birdie opportunity.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Pretty sure this looks like it's going to the left.
Ah. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 13th at Central Otago requires a very accurate tee shot.
Need a strong tee shot right here. That outcropping is a gorgeous line. From there, you want to hug the right-hand side as best you can, even bringing those rocks into play, as missing it down to the left-hand side. Bogey will be a number that you'll more than likely put on your card.
His second shot here. Nicely done. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. Starting this one way out to the left. And this one is for his par. Trailing by 7 after that hole. The 14th hole is a par 3, Rich, but the tee shot really requires some sense and sensibility.
This is a cool feature because the green runs from right to left, helping a draw, but almost repelling a fade, it seems like. You really got to be smart on your club selection here, and as always, you've got to be mindful of the wind.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And a par putt awaits him. Now 7 shots behind after that. Well, the 15th hole, Rich, at Central Otago. I'm just drooling. This par 5's another stunner.
I just can't get enough of how they've used these rock outcroppings on this golf course. They're so well placed. The beauty of them, to me, they got it right, especially here on this par 5. The only danger here, once you get close to the green, is going to be this deep, cavernous bunker out there on the right-hand side. But this green is user-friendly. Birdies abound.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
Oh, what an eagle. Great putt. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. He finds himself currently tied for 9th. The 16th, Rich, is just a picture-perfect par 3.
Just the one lone bunker on the right-hand side, but you have to be mindful of this false front short and right. So tee shots are going to favor the left-hand side where we have more rock outcroppings. Another delightful design.
Opting for the 9-iron. Second shot here on the 16th. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. As we near the conclusion of our round, Rich, 17, a good par 4 here.
Yeah, kind of a bowl-like effect off the tee. Fairway cameras in both right and left. Second shot to a minuscule green, it must be said, surrounded by rock cropping short of it and to the left of it. This is a designer's delight right here.
Oh, that's a great approach shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And now left with this to move into a tie for 7th. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And he will move to 4 under par now. He's in a share of 7th place. And Rich, as we arrive at the final hole here at Central Otago, I'm a little upset because it's been just a stunning days out.
It is the largest fairway on this golf course. Tee it high, let it fly. More rock features on the left-hand side. Just the bunkers on the right are protecting that front portion there. Second shots should be favoring on the left-hand side as you'll get a nice kick to the right back onto the green.
Oh, tidy looking shot that.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And this putt to move into the top 5. And that's a nice way for the round to end. Finishing up with a birdie. Well, Rich, I thought that day was an absolute doozy. And this player seems to be in decent shape, don't you think?
Luke, not a bad start. Gotta say, very impressed.